Hello, this is the second of a series. The question is today, what is love? Quite a question. As a matter of fact, when I stopped to look at it, I found myself asking, what is not love? Because everything is love. And all we're doing in our experience of life is learning what love is all about. Our true nature is itself unconditional love. In fact, you are a human being. You are being playing the human role. And the being part is the spiritual part, the true part, the lasting part in you. But of course, we forget about it and indulge in the human. And it becomes nothing but a chore. But then you might say, why is the human necessary, the human experience? After all, it requires a lot of maintenance, feeding it, sleeping it. Taking care of the body is a full-time job. Why is it necessary? Because it is only through the human that we learn the true unconditional love nature of our being. Well, let's go into that. In our human experience, if we have been brought up without love in our initial years, 1 to 7 years or so, we substitute our need for love through the need for success, for power and control. And that is an inevitable process of expression. So no matter how we look at it, life is full of hard knocks. And the human is not a happy camper. But then, how is living the human life love itself? Oh my dear, it is. Because all we are learning is what love is about, which is unconditional love. For example, what is the greatest teaching, the greatest learning that we go through? Some people go through different religions and philosophies and psychology and metaphysics, etc., etc. But the greatest learning and the only real learning is, and listen to this is very important, is self-compassion. Learning to love you. You are a human being, a being playing the human role. And when you begin to glimpse even a little bit, you will find that life is full of meaning. The discomfort of being human is no longer a problem, but a lesson that we are to learn. If we do not love who we are, then we suffer greatly. And we go through many lifetimes until we begin to really look at life itself in the human form. This is why Jesus incidentally carried the cross. And then he was crucified, and then he was born again. Okay, which is symbolic, really, of going through being a human being. So the human learns through compassion. When you have compassion for your anxiety, for your stress, for feeling guilty, for the many mistakes that we make emotionally, and we all do, nobody is perfect. We are learning all the time to have compassion for who and what we are. And it is through that compassion that we learn love. And there's no other way that we learn love. When you have compassion for yourself, no matter how you are feeling, you forgive yourself, it is then that we learn to truly love others. Because only to the extent that you love yourself can you love another. And it is through that compassion and through that love that finally we realize the truth. The truth is love itself. It is only through love that we become happy, fulfilled beings. And then we discover our eternal nature. Yes, the human dies. Yes, 80, 90, 100 years of age, it passes away. But the being part, the part that is alive, the being that is conscious, the being that truly experiences, is alive forever. Actually, it was never born. It is eternal. And our true home, which is unconditional love, becomes where we go to. Home, heaven itself. A life filled with a joy and love that can be explained with words. When I experienced my light experience in the hospital at the Vancouver General, I felt loved like I've never known love in my life. 1,000 times more than human love. And also I felt so at home. I felt I belonged in that light. It only lasted a few moments, but the truth is that in those moments I became clear about what life is all about. It is learning this love, because this light is who we are, and it is through the human that we experience it directly, experience all polarities. All things that we call bad are not bad. They're just what we need in order to experience love and compassion for ourselves. And it starts with you and ends with you, because whoever you see and feel and experience is also you. It's all one. Thank you. I hope that was clear.